Hi, and welcome back. Today I'm going to teach you how to check the oil in your BMW E90 series. I think this applies to a lot of the 5 Series around the same time. For a while they weren't using dipsticks, so you can't actually open your hood to check the oil level. But they have a software version. And I think on the 5 Series that had like the straight sixes and stuff like that, from this time period, it was the same way. I know they've brought back the dipstick, at least on the 3 Series since then. But this is going to apply to 3 Series and maybe those 5 Series. I'm not sure. I've never even driven one of those cars or sat in one. But what you're going to do is, on your turn signal, there's a button on the end. I'll show you. When you press that button, let me focus here real quick. Okay, when you press that button, you go through all your instant fuel economy, miles still empty, average speed, things like that. But there's also a little knob to the right of the button that moves up and down, and you can go through to set your brightness, all kinds of stuff like that. But when we get to oil, you're going to press that same button that you use to flip through and look at your fuel economy and things like that. And you're going to see it's going to spin and load, and it's going to tell you your oil level. Usually doesn't work when you're sitting here. You got to do it when you're driving, at least from my experience. It's not the best system, it kind of varies, but we'll see if it works. But usually if you're driving down the road and your car's warm, it works instantly. And I'm going to do a little experiment, because mine has always came up right on that line right there, right below max. See, it just did, said okay. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to change my oil in a couple weeks, and since the car takes 7 quarts, I have just about 7 quarts, I have an extra 5-quart container. So when I'm going to empty out my pan that I drain it into, and then I'm going to measure it with the once I put the 7 quarts in, I'm going to pour it back out and measure it to see if I burned any, and if that's accurate, because the dealership I bought this from was the last people who changed the oil. So then I'll do an update, and in that update I'll link this video, and you'll be able to kind of see how accurate your electronic dipstick can be. But once again, it's not the best setup, and if you didn't know how to do it, there's a little tutorial on it. Another thing, if your car is going to need a new battery soon, you'll know, because when you go through these menus, it's going to have, like, where it says sat for your time, it's going to have those lines through it. That's how you know you need a new battery soon, one of the many reasons, because it goes into a mode where it doesn't save things. And I actually bought a new battery for this car, and I'm going to go through how to install it, because that seems to be a big thing for these. People don't know how to install the batteries, because there's all kinds of conflicting information on the internet, and that you have to do it at the dealership and things like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to do the battery myself in my garage. It looks very easy. It's in the trunk, which you probably already know if you own one. And then I'm going to take it to an independent place and just have them reset it. My OBD2 scanner can't. If I would have bought the next model above mine, it could have. But I owned an Audi at the time where that wasn't necessary. And I'm also going to drive around for a few days first and see if it acts weird, because a lot of people say on the BMW forums that you'll have issues or things like that if you don't have that reset. So I'm just going to do it anyway, just to help guide you guys through the process, and peace of mind for me. It's not very much money, and I'd rather do that than have the alleged problems that people have. So look for the oil change update in the coming week or two. It's probably going to be 2 weeks, because I'm going up north this week, so all my days off are going to be snowmobiling in the Upper Peninsula in Michigan. So probably not going to do it this week, but next week look for a battery and a oil change update, and really just getting to know kind of how these cars are. And if you want to stick around the channel for maintenance updates and other various vlogs with other cars, not just BMWs, go ahead and hit subscribe right down there, and go ahead and like the video. It helps me out and gets my videos promoted up in future searches you may do about these cars. So thank you.